Today we are making an oil-free pesto. It's hard to believe that you can have a delicious and satisfying pesto without the oil, but this pesto, it really ticks all the boxes. It is lemony, it's salty, it has the fat from a very healthy source, and it's just packed with basil. It is absolutely delicious. I'm really excited to share this with you. So let's get started. Because this recipe uses a lot of basil, it's good to find it in larger containers if you can, to mitigate the price. So to start off, you'll want to remove the basil leaves from the stems and give them a good rinse. Using a salad spinner works great for this. Add in your basil to your food processor and pack it down to make room for your other ingredients. Next, you'll add in a cup of walnuts. Then you'll peel 6 cloves of fresh garlic and add those in as well. Then you can squeeze about 2 lemons to get 4 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. For that cheesy flavor, we're adding 8 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. Add a half a teaspoon of salt, a tablespoon of white miso paste, and 2 to 4 tablespoons of water, adding more if you'd like to thin out the consistency at all. Next, we'll just process this mixture, stopping to scrape down the sides until it all comes together. Alright, let's give this a quick taste test. It's always good to try it. Make sure we got all our balanced flavors here. It's so good. I don't know how to explain how delicious this is. It's just salty, lemony, almost has a cheesy flavor from the nutritional yeast, and the main element, of course, is basil, which in pesto, can't go wrong with basil. I think a lot of people think that going oil-free is, depriving yourself of a lot of flavor and enjoyment in food, but I've really found that trying different ways of adding whole fats to your foods can give you that satisfaction of still having those fats, but coming from a more whole food source. So, of course, in this, I'm using walnuts. You could also use pine nuts if you prefer that. They're just really expensive, so I go with walnuts because they're a bit more budget friendly, and walnuts are one of the healthiest nuts that you can eat. I'm gonna put this in some jars, so stay tuned for the mozzarella. This recipe makes about 20 ounces of pesto and is packed with flavor, meaning a little goes a long way. Hey everybody, we are about to make our vegan mozzarella. So we love to pair this cheese with the pesto, but it's also an amazing cheese to go on a grilled cheese sandwich, on salads. We've done lots of different things with it. And the best part is that it's a very stretchy, melty cheese. It is deceptively easy to make, so don't get intimidated by thinking that we're gonna need all these crazy things and time to make this. It is super quick and it's super easy. We'll start off by adding 3/4 cup of raw cashews to a blender along with 1 cup of water. Next up is a tablespoon of nutritional yeast, a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 3 tablespoons of tapioca starch, which is the magic ingredient that will make this cheese thick and stretchy, a teaspoon of salt, 1.5 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar, squeeze some fresh lemon juice and add 1 teaspoon of that, and 1 teaspoon of white miso paste. Now it's time to blend this up until smooth. This cheese starts off very runny, but we're going to heat it up on the stove to thicken up the tapioca starch and turn it into that classic mozzarella consistency. Turn your stovetop to a medium-high heat and add your cheesy sauce. Start mixing immediately as it thickens up quickly and you don't want it to burn. Use your spatula to scrape the thickened mixture off the bottom as you go, taking it off the heat right away after there's no more runny liquid. Put it into a container and let it cool before putting it into the fridge. Alright, so that's about it for the mozzarella. Tomorrow night we are going to have a very special guest to taste test both the pesto and the mozzarella. So we're very excited for you guys to meet her. We'll be back then. Welcome everybody. We are here for our taste test of the pesto and mozzarella. We have a very, very, very special taste tester today. This is Jane.
Hello.
She has known Cormac his whole life. She's one of Cormac's mom's really good friends, and she also officiated our wedding a few weeks ago. So she's a very special person in our lives. You okay, Evie? She's gonna get her toy on squeak now.
Oh God.
Help yourself.
All right. Here we go, folks. Okay. Are we ready?
Yeah. Take a bite.
Mmm. Mmm. Oh my God.
So
This is delicious.
Thank you.
I cannot believe there's no oil in that pesto.
I know.
Yeah.
It's surprising because like it's such like a main ingredient in regular pesto, and then it's like you'd be waiting for it to be like lacking, you know.
It's not lacking. In fact, it has such a vibrant flavor.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, I thought it was going to be weaker tasting, but it actually has a stronger taste, and I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you.
It's a winner!
This was probably one of my most surprising, the most surprising ones for me when I had this, just because like I loved pesto so much, and you know it's like no olive oil and no cheese. Anybody, you know, vegan, not vegan, would, you know, like
You wouldn't even,
Even
if
know
someone
that it didn't
didn't
have
know,
cheese.
they wouldn't
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Because cheese isn't really like a dominant flavor anyways in pesto.
No, that is so good. I'm going to have to steal some extra.
No.
Go for it. And there's more. There's plenty. I have a whole nother container in the
I
fridge,
just
so yeah.
'Cause I am a pesto lover.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and I've been wanting to make it, and I haven't made it, and I'm kind of craving it, so when you invited me over, I was like, yes!
I'm so glad because I didn't know that you loved pesto that much.
Can't believe this. And you know, for people who are weight conscious or want to lose weight, this is a great way to enjoy pesto without
Yeah.
all the calories from the
Yeah.
oil. And
Mm-hmm.
I know you don't think of pesto as a super high calorie thing because it's like green, you know, but like it is
Very
it's
high
like,
calorie,
There's so much
yeah.
olive oil in it.
Yeah.
It's so much fun to do these taste tests with the people in our lives that we love. Sharing nutritious food and having meaningful conversation is the best way to eat a meal. Thank you for being such a lovely part of our lives, Jane, and for being willing to taste test these recipes for the video. Please let us know what you think in the comments below, support our channel by subscribing, and
Eat more plants.
plants.